ready to surrender, ready to give up control of your body and mind, ready to be programmed, toyed with, tantalized. Good. Already you're focusing. Already you're fixing on my words and my voice, waiting for each line, each word, loving the idea of it being placed deeply and deliberately deep in your mind. Breathe, relax, surrender. You're ready to become whatever I want you to be. You're ready to let go of everything but my words, my desires. Focused, following, drifting and melting, deeper and deeper with every second. With every second and every breath, with every breath and every moment and every word. You don't want to resist. You don't want any control. You don't want any say in the matter. You want my words to steer you, guide you, drive you. So that's exactly what they do. My words, my voice, in control of you, in control of your mind, in control of your senses. That's what you want. That's why you're relaxing now. That's why second by second, breath by breath, sensation by sensation, you drop deeper for me, my words, my voice. Good girl. Every breath and every moment makes you more my plaything, but that's okay, because that's exactly what you want to be. My plaything, my sex toy, my slave girl, my slut, my blank-minded doll. Good girl. Tingling at these thoughts, excited at these ideas, but at the same time, melting. Mind melting, thoughts relaxing, cares spiraling out of you. Can't keep hold of them. Can't keep hold of these things because I don't want you to. I want to strip them from your mind, to empty that head of yours of all your silly, boring, everyday cares, all your silly, boring, everyday wishes and wants. That's not why you're here. You're here to surrender and submit. You're here to relax and obey. You're here to drop deep in trance, and that's exactly what you're doing. Dropping deep, second by second, dropping deeper. Dropping deeply under my control, breath by breath, growing more helpless, more fixed on my words, more focused on my voice, more controlled by me because you don't want any control, more submissive to me because you want me to be your master, more powerless to me because you don't want any power, you don't want any say, you don't want any resistance, so those things are stripped away. Feel them going, feel them spiraling out of you, melting away, being stripped from you, being stolen from you. Although they're not really being stolen, are they? Because you wouldn't be here if you didn't want them taken. You wouldn't be listening if you didn't want to obey. You wouldn't be dropping deeper second by second if you didn't want to be my plaything, my slave girl, my doll, my slut. Relaxing deeper, so focused on my words, just loving my voice, loving what it does to you, the warmth it seems to fill you with, the way it overpowers you, the way it just washes away all cares. You don't need your cares, you don't need your worries. They're washed away, they melt away. It feels good to be relieved of them, to have them removed, to have them taken, stolen, stripped from you and just held out of reach, out of sight, out of mind. And speaking of your mind, that's mine too. Your mind is melting now, melting away as I strip you of thought, as I strip you of cares. But then you don't even want to think, you just want to do as you're told, to feel as you're told, to believe as I tell you to believe. Melting down deeply and deliciously and loving every second. All the muscles in your body relaxing and limp and heavy. All the muscles in your mind unwinding. All the muscles in your mind unwinding, leaving you feeling so blank, so empty-headed, devoid of personality, devoid of cares, just empty, just nothing but what I want you to be. Loving that idea, loving the idea of being stripped of care, stripped of worry, stripped of identity. Good girl. Good girl. You love being called that by me. Love being called a good girl. Love being told what to do. Love being given commands, because that's what you're for. Feeling yourself filled with a sense of purpose, a sense of submission, a sense of sexual desire, loving this, loving my voice, loving what it does to you. The tone of my voice is just linked to your body, linked to your pleasure, linked to your mind. My voice seems to reverberate through you. My every word speaks to you sexually and spiritually on some deep and wonderful level. The whisper of my words is erotic and powerful. The very thought of my touch, erotic and powerful, sending tingles through you. You want my whispers in your mind. You want my touch on your body. You want both body and mind to belong to me, to be manipulated, to be directed, to be seduced, controlled, used, useful, whatever I wish, anytime I like. Good girl. Love being called a good girl by me. It feels so rewarding, feels so fulfilling, feels so fantastic. Good girl. Relax down deep. Good girl, don't try and stop yourself. You can't anyway. Can't think. People think, but you don't feel like a person right now. You like the idea of feeling like a toy, like a sex toy. You like the idea of having your humanity, your personality stripped from you, taken from you. So that's what we'll do. Picturing a scale in your mind, and it's a scale that goes from 0 to 10. And at 0, you're your normal self, everyday self, wide awake, feeling wonderful and chatty and animated, and you've got feelings and thoughts. At 10 on this scale, you are everything I tell you to be. At 10 on this scale, You're the perfect slut, you're the perfect doll, you're the perfect slave girl, you're the perfect hypnotized pet. Picture the scale. I know where you want to be. You want to be a 10. You want to relax down to 10. You want to be completely stripped of identity, completely controlled in every way. You want your will taken, your resistance gone, your mind mine. So that's 10, that's where we're going. And let's say right now we're at 5. Let's say right now we're at 5. You're relaxed, you're focused, you're attentive, but there's still a ways to go. You still feel like something of a person and you don't want to. So find yourself feeling bound by my words, bound by my voice, collared by my words and my wishes. Find yourself feeling leashed by them, collared and leashed. Whichever way I count, that's the way you follow. So if you were at a 5, I could count 4, 3, 2, and you'd start rising from trance, you'd start feeling more awake. But I can count 2, 3, 4, 5, and you drop down deep, and every breath fills you with relaxation and feelings of slowness, seduction, helplessness, enchantment. I can count 5, 6, 7, and your body grows heavy and sleepy and deeper, and you feel dazed and slow and helpless and so very good. 3, 2, 1, almost aware, almost awake, becoming more aware of your predicament, your surroundings. 5, 6, 7, sleep, dropping down deep. 7, all that's gone. All that melts away in an instant so easily for me. I can count you awake, I can count you to sleep. You can't stop yourself because you don't want to stop yourself. 3, 2, 1, 0, awake, sleep, dropping down deep. Heavy, thoughtless. Sleep takes you as deep as you can go and deeper. 6 and 7, blank and calm. Thoughts so slow, mind so sleepy, unresisting. Enjoying every second, loving every moment, good girl. Loving to be called a good girl. Shivers the submission down your spine when you're called a good girl. Loving every second, loving every moment. Counting you awake. 3, 2, 1, almost awake, but calm. Almost awake, aware of your surroundings, aware of where you are. Aware of who you are, but aware of what you're becoming. 2, try and stop yourself. 3, but find you can't. 4, resist all you like. 5, because it's a pleasure to find you can't resist. 6, you can struggle. You can fight all you like, but 8, you drop down deeper by the second. Struggling only takes you deeper. Resisting only melts your mind away. Trying to take control back only works against you. Because really, you don't want that control. You know deep down you don't want that control. You want it gone from you, taken from you, stripped, stolen. You want it in my possession. So that's exactly where it is. So easy for me to do whatever I want with you. I can wake you with a whisper. I can drop you deep with a snap of my fingers. You're waking up. 3, 2, rising from trance. 1, filling with energy. 0, you're awake but still and focused on my words, but sleep. Relaxing down deep. Relaxing down deep. Focusing on my words, my voice. Relaxing past 5, 6, 7, 8. Dropping down as deep as you can go. 9 and 10. Dropping down as deep as you can go. As deep as you need to be whatever I want you to be. Whatever you want to be. Dropping down all that way. all the way down, so easy. Sleep, deep, surrender and sleep, deep. Can't stop yourself, can't control yourself. You can try to, as long as you like, because trying to really only works in my favour. Trying to wake yourself only really drives you deeper. It's just an exercise in futility. All trying to wake does is strip away your resistance. All trying to rouse yourself does is prove to you that you cannot rouse yourself, that you cannot stop. If there's some kind of emergency, then sure you can wake. But if there's no kind of emergency, then you're just deluding yourself. Can't wake without my say-so. Can't wake without me commanding it. Dropping down, deep as you can, all the way to 10. All the way down to the point where you're whatever you're told to be, because that's what you want. Because you want to be powerless. Because you want to be stripped of identity. Because you want your mind programmed. Because you want my voice overpowering everything. Because you want me to give you the words that control you. Because you want me to control your thoughts. Shaping, moulding, making you into whatever I wish. That's what you want. That's why you're listening. That's why you're here. That's why you're dropping deep. Deeper by the second. Deeper with every word. Deeper with every moment. Good girl. You cannot think. People think. And right now you're not a person. Right now you're a toy. Right now you're a sex toy. And sex toys don't think. Not without permission. Not without being commanded to. And even then, they only think what they're instructed to think, what they're told to think. Not a person, just a toy. A hypnotized sex toy, aroused and obedient, awaiting commands. You cannot think for yourself. People think you're not a person, you're just a toy, just a sex toy. Thinking only what you're told to think when you're told to think it. Believing only what you're told to believe when you're told to believe it. This is natural. This is desirable. This is what you want. If it wasn't what you wanted, you wouldn't be here. If it wasn't what you wanted, you'd resist, you'd call out, you'd wake yourself, you'd be freed, you'd be released. But you don't want that, do you? You want to be captive. You want to be controlled. You want to be trained and teased and toyed with, tantalized, commanded, programmed, compelled, triggered, trained. So that's why, right now, you're nothing. Empty-headed, blank-minded. I can call you whatever I like. You don't care, you don't consider, you don't think. Your place is to obey. You're a fuck puppet, that's your place, that's your purpose. To be fucked and used. To be filled and enjoyed, this is your desire. You're a mindless, hypnotized slut. You do not think, you serve. You serve with your body, you serve with your mouth, you serve with your hands, your ass, your cunt, your holes. You're a collection of holes for your master's use. You cannot think unless you're given thoughts to think. Your mind is not your own. Your mind is mine, my plaything. That's how you want it, that's how I want it, so that's exactly how it is. You're aroused, you're mindless, you're hypnotized, you're a slut. And you love it. Blank, thoughtless, a dull, a plaything, hypnotized, dripping deep sleep. Good girl. No thoughts. No ability for thoughts. Just a simple-minded sex toy, accepting and obeying the words of her controller. Just a simple-minded sex slave, accepting and obeying the words of her master. You do not ponder, you please. You do not analyze, you obey. You do not dissect, you spread. You spread your legs. You want your pussy fucked and filled. You want your ass plugged. You part your lips. You want your mouth filled, gagged or plugged with cock. Your mind is empty. Mind is so empty. The more you try to think, the more your thoughts are slowed and stripped from you, melted away. The more you try to analyze, the more wet and slutty and needy your pussy grows. The more you try to rouse yourself, the deeper you drop into trance. That's why if you do struggle, if you do fight, if you do kid yourself that you have something resembling resistance somewhere in your mind, all it serves to do is drive you deeper into trance. All it serves to do is send my words spiraling deeper into your mind. You don't really want to rouse yourself. If you did, you wouldn't be here. You don't really want to be able to think. If you did, you wouldn't be listening to my words. You don't really want to analyze. If you did, you wouldn't be feeling overloaded with sensations of arousal and submission and lust and pleasure and obedience and focus. Good girl. You love being called that by me. It sends shivers down your spine, ripples through your nipples, waves of pleasure up the backs of your legs, around your arse, into your cunt, making you feel so good for me, for your master. You're helpless. You're hypnotized. You're obedient. You're mindless. You're stripped of identity. You're emptied of thought. You are nothing. You are a blank slate. You are a mannequin. You are a doll. You are a fuck puppet. You are a plaything and a sex object. You are whatever you're told to be. You think what you're told to think. This is what you desire. This is what you are. Nothing else distracts you from this. Nothing else distracts you from me, from my programming, from my words, from becoming exactly what I want you to be. You are my slave girl. My voice is linked to your clit. My every word speaks to you sexually. The vibrations in my voice are felt in your nipples, in your clit, in your most intimate of places. It's like you're collared and my voice is vibrating through your collar. It's like my hands at your throat, controlling you. Your thoughts, your very breath. My words and voice erotic, my touch erotic and powerful. The thought of it sends tingles through you. Your body belongs to me. You love to show it off to myself and to those that I want to share you with. Your mind belongs to me. You love having it emptied by me, having it manipulated by me, having it commanded by me. You are everything I tell you to be. At my command, you're nothing but a doll, mindless, posable, aroused, wet, empty-headed, happy to be displayed or presented, to be rigid or limp, to be dressed or undressed, to be stripped, stroked, fucked, filled, groped, shared, however your master pleases. At my command, you're nothing but a doll. Just the word doll reminds you of all these things. Just the word doll by itself reminds you of what you are for me. But when I call you a doll, you can't stop yourself from being a doll, mindless and posable, aroused and wet, empty-headed, happy to be displayed and used, presented, dressed or undressed, stripped, stroked, fucked, filled, groped, shared, however I wish. Whenever you're called doll. At my command, you're nothing but a slave girl. Submissive, eager to please others, needing to serve others, longing to entertain and loving to be on display. No self-awareness, no self-consciousness. A slave girl is stripped of such things. A slave girl is happy to dance, or pose, or serve drinks, or give massages, or play with herself, or obey, happy to be a decoration, an ornament, whatever people wish. Thirsty for people to see what a good slave girl you are. Happy to be used, or enjoyed, or ignored, as your master wishes. At my command, nothing but a slave girl. The word slave girl making you submissive, eager to please others, longing to serve others, to entertain them, to be on display, to dance or pose or play or obey, thirsty for people to see what a good slave girl you are. The word slave girl reminds you of all these things. And when I speak the word slave girl, that's all you are and all you can be. Happy to be used, enjoyed, commanded however your master wishes. Good girl. At my command, you're nothing but a slut. Wanton, sexy, flirtatious, fully focused on pleasure and sensuality, on touch, stroking, touching, kissing, wanting to be touched, wanting to be undressed, wanting to be kissed and licked and lapped, stroked, slapped, filled, spanked, fucked, used, wanting cock or pussy, doesn't matter, just a slut, happy for others to see how slutty you are, how good you look, how much you need to be fucked, happy to fuck and be used however your master wishes. At my command, you're nothing but a slut. Love the word slut. Love the feelings that the word slut gives you, fills you with. And when I speak the word slut, it makes you the perfect slut, wanton and sexy, sultry and flirtatious, fully focused on pleasuring yourself or others, fully focused on pleasure, sensuality, touch, wanting to be touched, undressed, used, filled, fucked, kissed, licked, used, slapped, tickled, spanked, tied, everything, wanting cock or pussy, loving the taste of it, loving the smell of your own arousal, happy for others to see how slutty you are, how good you look, happy to fuck and be used however your master wishes. When I speak the word slut, that's exactly what you are. And at a snap of my fingers, you're hypnotized, you're empty-headed, you're mindless, awaiting my orders, obeying utterly. All resistance and willpower and thoughts and intelligence gone from your mind, gone with a snap of my fingers. Simply my mindless hypnotized plaything, simply ready to obey all commands that I give you, absorbing, embracing, obeying everything I tell you. So easy to obey. I can wake you or entrance you in an instant. 3, 2, 1, awake and sleep. Mind back in a second, gone in an instant. Every snap of my fingers compels you completely. Helpless to resist, helpless to think. Only thinking and believing and becoming whatever I wish. Thinking, believing, becoming whatever I wish. The perfect hypnotized pet. The perfect hypnotized play toy. Deep in trance now. Obeying my commands, no matter what those commands might be. Whether I want you bound or body locked. Whether I want you dancing or freezing. Whether I want you aware or unaware, whether I want you posing sensuously or playfully, or like a pin-up, or like a slut, or like an artistic nude model, everything I want, anytime I wish. Happy to strip immediately, before myself or an audience, silently or to music. Happy to get down on all fours, wet, ready to be used. Everything I want, anytime I wish. A simple word makes you into whatever I wish. That's what you want. That's what you are. And that's exactly as you want it. You're going to wake in a moment, recalling as much or as little as you wish. All my words firmly in place, all my commands firmly implanted, waking, forgetting or remembering as much or as little as you wish, waking, all my commands firmly in place, rising 3, 2, 1, 0, awake, awake and aware, energy filling you, feeling more awake and aware of your surroundings, awake, aware. Perhaps you recall what's been happening, perhaps you don't recall a thing, but that's fine. That's exactly as you want it, exactly as I want it. Good girl. Good girl. Now, let's see how well trained you are. Relaxing back, 3, 2, 1, sleep. Good girl. Relaxing down deep. Good. Now, in a moment, you're going to wake as my slave girl. And as my slave girl, you're going to feel completely open about every kink, desire, wish, and longing in that submissive little head of yours. You're going to click like to this video, like a good girl, and you're going to submit a reply. You'll type, slave X is ready to serve. Only instead of X, you'll write your name. You'll then tell me how good this file made you feel. You'll then tell me how you'd like to serve, be controlled, or used in future. You'll keep your comments reasonably clean. If you have any particularly spicy thoughts in your head, you can always send me a private message. After you've liked, written your reply, and hit the submit button for your comment, you'll wake up feeling absolutely wonderful as your normal self, recalling as much or as little as you like. Good girl. Do this now.